Hey, thank you for tuning in. My name's Reese. I'm the founder at a no-code agency called Creative Concepts. And what I wanted to kind of do in this video is start the process of documenting my journey. Over the last few years, I've been in the no-code space, specifically the bubble space, where I started by launching a B2B SaaS product. We did a couple of lifetime deals. We got quite a few users. We got a couple of thousand users, if I remember rightly, who came into my ecosystem, came into the software product itself, and I ended up learning a huge amount about the right ways to launch a business, specifically a software business, and sort of digital products, and also I suppose the wrong ways as well. So I thought it'd be useful just for me, even if no one watches this, but maybe just me, to document the journey. I'm 28 now. I started off when I was about 19, 20, where over the course of the last few years, I've kind of accumulated a huge amount of, I suppose, experiences, micro experiences in different sort of areas. I suffer from shiny object syndrome, which I think a lot of entrepreneurs do nowadays, just because the barrier to entry for new businesses and new startups is so low that it's so easy to get good at one particular skill set and then get attracted to something in either the same industry or something that's kind of popping off. So obviously now we have AI, we have all of the really cool kind of chat GPTs, and people are creating GPT wrappers, and it's very, very easy for people of a entrepreneurial mindset and people who have built a certain set of skills to jump from idea to idea and never fully focusing on one particular thing and seeing it through. Now, that's something that I've suffered with, and I thought it would be quite fun as an accountability exercise to document the way I'm now trying to focus and trying to eliminate distraction and really build something meaningful with enterprise value. What we do at Creative Concepts, I've got the Creative Concepts hat. I'll probably wear this for most videos if I continue to do these, and hopefully I will. But what we do is we help businesses who've got tech initiatives, app ideas. They might want to launch a particular product, whether it's a software product or like an internal web portal, something to help their existing clients or new clients grow either internally or grow the business. And we help those businesses with the initial kind of concept, the design, the development, and then we get it launched. We support them getting on the app stores if it's like a mobile app, and we do all of that usually within about a 6 to 8 week period, so we're quite fast from beginning to end. And the reason I'm sort of saying this is just to set the precedent that, you know, I'm not a guru by any means. You know, I'm not wildly successful or anything like that. So I'm not interested in kind of revealing numbers or revenue goals or anything like that. This isn't what this is about for me. And there's tons of people online that do that, and you know, then they put together a huge amount of content, and then off the back of that they'll sell a course or they'll sell mentorship or coaching, which is great. It's not my business model. It's not something that I've ever been interested in doing, and frankly I couldn't think of anything worse for me personally than sitting down having to record a course from end to end and then and trying to sell that. That's it's not something I want to do and never have been interested in doing. So that's not what you'll get from this if you do follow this particular journey. Really all I wanted to do is just share what I've learned, some of the errors that I've made, and see if it's something that people are interested in. I think I've found that, me knowing quite a few people in the industry now, everyone suffers from the same kind of things around shiny object syndrome, or even just basic things like self-doubt about launching something new, or is this going to work, or how do I go about validating something before going to market. There's a ton of stuff that I've kind of figured out and learned and borrowed from other people's experiences that I thought would be quite interesting to kind of to go through. We started off as an agency, to give you a bit of background. Well, we started off as a freelancer. So me freelancing in Bubble, designing, building apps for startups. I also headed up a development team at a funded startup as well here in London, which was really cool, for about 6 to 8 months, I think it was, before that business ended up not working, so we launched, couldn't find product market fit, so it ended up closing down. Really great team behind it, super experienced team behind it as well, and I came into that to lead the development team. So I have some sort of managerial experience from a startup side of things, and I freelanced for about 4 or 5 years, and then I built Creative Concepts into a more of an agency model. At one point we had 11 to 12 people sort of dotted around the world working on our projects, and I quickly came to a realization that was actually really tough to manage all of those people. We had a team leader or a manager who would then have different pods of developers and designers to manage. And even with a particularly small team of just like 11 people, it was really, really difficult, and it wasn't the type of business that I wanted to launch or run. So I ended up, and the margins were paper thin as well. It became a point where every project that came in was just being ran to pay the team for fulfillment and paying for ads, and then I was left with very little at the end of it. So about 6 months ago, I decided to change up most of the team structure, and now we've got a really core small team of me plus 2 people, so kind of like a micro agency, I guess you could call it. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I'd say it's a micro agency where we're functioning as more of a kind of like an elite team of bubble developers who businesses come to us with a problem, we map it out, we map out a solution, and then we solve it for them across a 6 to 8 week sprint. And that means we benefit from working with some fantastic clients, solving real business problems, doing it relatively quickly for a good budget level as well, but also a budget where the team gets paid well for their time, and then me as the founder, I get to have a lifestyle business, or at least it's currently a lifestyle business. I want to develop it into something more than that, but develop it into a business where it can unlock, I suppose, that next level of financial freedom, that next level of ability to travel and do things. I've just got back from about a 7 week sort of mini travel from around Asia. So I went to Thailand, Vietnam, all sorts of really cool places, and did some really cool things. And the business kind of ran in the background with me still managing it every so often, but I would only do an hour or 2 here and there every other day. So it wasn't too much of a problem. That kind of unlocked some mindset within me that I could build an agency and build a business that would just allow for time freedom. And I think you don't need to build the next AI SaaS and get to 10 million ARR or something crazy to achieve that. You can actually live the life that you want just through providing value and providing solutions to businesses without having to try and change the world. And I think when I first started off, I did have that mindset of I want to change the world, I want to do these amazing massive startups, and I was obsessed with the Silicon Valley startup culture, and I wanted to have kind of Google-esque offices with beanbags and slides and all of that kind of stuff. And it really just didn't work out like that for the first few years or even now at all. But I've kind of evolved my mindset from wanting that to realizing that actually we don't really need that to be me happy personally, but also to build something that I can just continually work on, have team manage fulfillment, and then I can just bring in new clients and basically make sure bills are paid, and that's pretty much it. And then obviously get to do live the life that I want in terms of travel and fitness and that kind of thing. So I realise I'm kind of going on a little bit, 9 minutes in, so I think I'll wrap it up there, but this is just the first episode. I'll try and organise things into, I suppose, mini life lessons that I've picked up over the last sort of 10 years or so, and structure things. Maybe it's relevant for people who are currently running agencies, people who are starting to get into the agency space, or people who are potentially just interested in how we work as a business and what makes us different to a lot of the other agencies out there, especially in the no-code space, where you've got some quite big organizations that have existed for quite a while, and we're a little bit more of a new kid on the block, but doing really well in terms of the clients we've worked with and the projects that we get to work on. And we've got an interesting story from how we got here. I think a lot of agencies and developers come from just purely developing for other people, whereas I've come from the building my own startup, failing, trying again, failing, and then now actually just falling in love with the process of building products and turning that into a shop front that we can work with other people and work with other clients to kind of build either their startup or more so now their solutions for their existing businesses. So if that's of interest, subscribe to the channel. We'll see what happens. I'm not making any promises, and I probably will never make any promises about the outcome of where this goes, but I just thought it'd be cool to start the conversation, and if not for anyone else, just for me. Thanks.